Okay, so get this right. Just imagine an AI that's so good at math, it scores higher than most PhDs.
Yeah.
So good at coding, it rivals the top competitive programmers out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what OpenAI unveiled
Yeah.
with their new models, o3 and o3-mini.
Right.
We're diving deep today into OpenAI's latest announcement, and trust me, they've packed it with demos and benchmark results, all to show us
Yeah.
what these models can really do and what it means for the future of AI, right?
Yeah.
You might be surprised just how good these models are, even compared to some of OpenAI's past breakthroughs.
Right.
We're talking AI tackling problems that not long ago would have stumped even the brightest minds.
It is really fascinating how these new models are such a game changer when it comes to their reasoning abilities.
Yeah.
This isn't just like a small step forward. It's like AI has suddenly figured out a whole new level of problem solving.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start with o3, the big one. They really put it through the ringer with some seriously tough technical challenges,
Yeah.
and it absolutely crushed the competition,
Mhm.
blowing past previous models in areas like coding and math.
Yeah, one of the benchmarks they used was Sweet Bench Verified.
Yeah.
And that tests how well the AI can actually handle uh, real-world software development.
Right.
O3 scored an incredible 71.7% accuracy.
Wow.
To put that in perspective, that's a 20% improvement over their previous model, O1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And here's where it gets wild.
Yeah.
They actually pitted o3 against human competitors on Code Forces, a platform where programmers go head to head.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Yeah.
o3 achieved an ELO rating of 2727.
Wow.
Now, if you're not familiar with ELO ratings, it's the system used to rank chess players.
Yeah.
The higher the number, the stronger the player.
Right.
So we're talking about AI that's coding at a level that's on par with some of the best in the world.
Yeah.
Even surpassing some of OpenAI's own top engineers.
What's really remarkable here is that coding at this level requires more than just memorizing rules, right?
Right.
It actually needs a deep understanding of logic, syntax, and problem-solving strategies.
Yeah.
All things that we typically associate with human intelligence.
And it's not just about coding.
Right.
o3 Ace Math too.
Yeah.
It scored a whopping 96.7% on the AMC math competition.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
I don't know about you, but that would have definitely stressed me out back in high school.
They didn't stop there. They also threw the GPQ Diamond test at O3,
Okay.
which is packed with science questions that would make even PhDs sweat.
Right.
O3 managed to score 87.7% on that.
Wow.
To put that into perspective, most PhDs specializing in those areas would score around 70%.
So it seems like this AI isn't just keeping up with the experts. It's actually surpassing them in certain areas.
Yeah.
It's incredible to see how quickly things are progressing.
What's even more exciting is that O3 is actually being used to kind of explore the outer limits of math itself.
Yeah.
They tested it on Epic AI's Frontier Math benchmark, a collection of super difficult unsolved math problems.
And these aren't, your run-of-the-mill math problems.
Right.
We're talking about problems that have stumped mathematicians for years, with some even having prize money attached
Right.
if someone can crack them.
Think of it this way. Other AI models barely managed to score 2% accuracy on this benchmark.
Wow.
But O3 managed to reach over 25%.
That's huge.
It's a giant leap forward, suggesting that AI might be the key to unlocking solutions that have baffled humans for decades.
Yeah. But here's where things get really interesting.
Yeah.
They also threw o3 at the ARC benchmark.
Okay.
This one's all about problem-solving skills and the ability to learn new things on the fly.
The ARC benchmark is really designed to see if an AI can show signs of general intelligence.
Right.
It throws tasks at the AI that require it to understand complex patterns, adapt to new situations,
Okay.
and think outside the box.
And you guessed,
Yeah.
o3 nailed it.
Wow.
It scored a mind-blowing 87.5% on the hidden holdout set,
Okay.
which is even better than the average human performance of around 85%.
This is truly, truly groundbreaking. This is the very first time that any AI system has been able to do this.
Yeah.
And it suggests that we're moving towards AI that can not only solve problems, but also learn and adapt like we do.
Right.
Which is a huge step towards truly general artificial intelligence.
So we've got o3, this powerhouse AI model, pushing the limits of what we thought was possible.
Right.
But OpenAI didn't stop there.
Yeah.
They also announced o3-mini, and it's all about bringing that that same impressive reasoning power, but in a more in more efficient and accessible package.
o3-mini is really interesting because it highlights this this balancing act in AI development. Performance versus accessibility.
Right.
They managed to create a model that still delivers, but at a fraction of the cost.
Wow.
And with much, much faster response times.
They really stress that o3-mini is for is for everyone.
Yeah.
Researchers, developers, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
They want to make these advanced reasoning capabilities available to a wider audience.
Right.
They even built in different thinking time settings.
Okay.
Low, medium, and high.
Yeah.
This lets users adjust the balance between speed and accuracy depending on their needs.
That flexibility is really important because developers might need quick answers for simpler tasks, but they can also crank up the thinking when they're tackling something complex.
And don't let the name Mini fool you.
Yeah.
This model can still hold its own, especially when it comes to coding.
Right.
They showed that o3-mini can actually match or even beat the original o1 in terms of coding performance, all while costing less and responding faster.
This is actually a huge development.
Yeah.
Think about it. It makes these powerful AI tools accessible to a wider range of people.
Yeah.
From small teams to even individual developers.
Right.
Potentially leading to a wave of new innovative applications.
They've also added features that developers have been requesting, like function calling, structured outputs, and developer messages.
Okay.
They're really focused on making these models user-friendly and versatile.
Looking at the bigger picture, it seems like we're headed towards a world where AI tools aren't just for big research institutions or tech giants.
Yeah.
We're moving towards a future where even small teams or individual developers can really tap into the power of advanced AI.
It's pretty exciting.
It's pretty exciting.
All this talk about powerful AI models, though, brings us to the question of safety,
right?
Which OpenAI is taking very seriously, especially with all the all the discussions around AI safety these days.
Absolutely, the potential of these models is huge.
Yeah.
But so are the potential risks.
Right.
OpenAI is tackling this head on by launching a public safety testing program for both o3 and o3-mini before they make them available to everyone.
It's like they're inviting researchers to put these models through the ringer, try to find any weaknesses or ways they could be misused.
Right.
It's like a giant collaborative bug bounty program,
right,
but for AI.
And that raises a really important question, right?
Yeah.
How do you actually make sure that that AI, especially AI that can reason this well, stays aligned with human values and intentions?
Right.
That's where their new technique, deliberative alignment, comes in.
Deliberative alignment. That sounds pretty intense.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it exactly?
It's a really, really clever approach.
Sure.
Essentially, they're using the reasoning capabilities of these models to get better at spotting harmful prompts or intentions. Right? Like, it's like teaching the AI to kind of think before it acts, making sure it understands what the user's really asking, and flagging anything that could lead to to harmful behavior.
So it's like building a safety net right into the AI.
Right.
That's definitely reassuring, especially with models this powerful. You want to make sure they're being used responsibly.
It's a great step, but it's important to remember that this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
The field of AI safety is still relatively new, and there's a lot more work to be done.
Right.
But OpenAI's commitment to public safety testing and techniques like deliberative alignment, that's a really positive sign.
So when can we expect to to see these models in action?
Yeah.
When will they be available for people to use?
OpenAI has said that o3-mini is expected to launch sometime around the end of January 2025.
Yeah.
With R3 following close behind.
Well, I'm definitely eager to see what what people will create with these models.
Yeah.
The possibilities seem endless.
I think it's safe to say that we're entering a new era of AI.
Right.
One where the boundaries of what's possible are constantly being redefined.
Yeah.
It's an exciting time to be following these developments.
That wraps up part 1 of our deep dive into an O3 and o3-mini.
Okay.
We've covered a lot of ground here,
Yeah.
from those incredible benchmark results to the important steps OpenAI is taking to ensure that these models are used safely and responsibly.
In the next part, we'll dive even deeper, exploring the potential impact of these advancements and what they could mean for different industries, education, and even our understanding of intelligence itself.
No.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to our deep dive into OpenAI's O3 and O3-mini.
We've seen just how powerful these models are, but I'm really curious, what this means for the future.
Yeah.
What happens when AI can, tackle PhD level problems and outperform humans on certain tasks? What does that world look like?
That's the question everyone's asking, isn't it? It has researchers, developers, and pretty much everyone buzzing with with a mix of excitement and maybe a little bit of apprehension.
Right. Let's unpack that a little. Starting with research, how could these models change the game for scientific discovery and innovation? Can you paint a picture for us?
Imagine a world where AI isn't just, crunching data, but actively participating in the scientific process itself.
Wow.
With O3's ability to reason through, these complex problems, it could really revolutionize fields like medicine, physics, even engineering.
So instead of just, analyzing data, AI could help scientists come up with hypotheses, design experiments, and even interpret results.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Exactly, and it could do it at a speed and scale that's simply not possible for humans.
Right.
Take drug discovery, for example. O3's ability to analyze, huge data sets and understand complex biological pathways could really accelerate the development of new treatment.
That's amazing. What about software development?
Yeah.
We've already seen how good these models are at coding.
Right.
How could that translate into real-world applications?
Well, we're already seeing AI being used to automate some coding tasks.
Right.
But with O3 and O3-mini, we could be looking at a much bigger shift.
Right.
Imagine AI systems that not only write code, but also debug it, optimize it, and even work alongside human developers on complex projects.
Yeah.
It could change how we build software entirely.
So it's not about replacing programmers altogether, but giving them powerful new tools and making the whole development process faster and more efficient.
Precisely. And it could open up a whole new world of possibilities for creating software that's smarter, more adaptable, and easier for people to use.
This brings up a question I think a lot of people have. What about jobs?
Right.
If AI can code, do math, and even reason, better than us in some areas, does that mean we're all going to be out of work?
It's a valid concern,
Yeah.
and it's one that we need to think about carefully.
Right.
History has shown us that new technologies often lead to some jobs disappearing.
Right.
But they also create new opportunities that we couldn't have even imagined before.
So instead of worrying about AI taking our jobs, we should be thinking about how it can reshape the workforce and create new roles that, that we haven't even thought of yet.
Yeah.
It's about adapting, right?
Absolutely. The key is to focus on developing skills that complement AI rather than trying to compete with it. Things like creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence, those are going to be even more valuable in a world where AI is playing a bigger role.
What about education? How do you see these advancements impacting how we teach and learn?
This is where things get really interesting. Imagine personalized learning platforms powered by o3-mini, tailoring educational content to each student's individual needs and learning style. Yeah. We could see a real revolution in how we teach subjects like math and science, making them more engaging and accessible for everyone.
Maybe those standardized tests will become a thing of the past, right? I could dream, right? But seriously, with AI being able to actually understand, how a student is learning in real time, we could move toward a learning experience that's truly personalized and more effective.
Exactly, and it's not just about students either. These models could be incredibly helpful for teachers as well. They could help them develop more engaging lesson plans, identify students who might be struggling, and even take care of some of those time-consuming administrative tasks. Right. Freeing up more time for them to actually teach.
So instead of seeing AI as a threat to education, we could see it as a powerful tool for creating a more equitable and effective learning environment for everyone.
Absolutely, but beyond beyond all the practical applications, there's a bigger philosophical question. That we have to consider.
Yes.
If AI can now reason at such a high level, what does that say about intelligence itself?
Right.
Does it change how we define intelligence?
That's a big one. Are we changing what it means to be intelligent? Are the lines blurring?
It's definitely challenging our traditional ideas about intelligence. For centuries, we've seen intelligence as something unique to humans, something that sets us apart.
Right.
But now we're seeing machines that can reason, solve problems, and even show signs of creativity in ways that we once thought only humans could.
So does that mean that AI is becoming conscious, sentient? Is that is that what we're heading towards?
That's the big unknown,
right?
And it's a question that both philosophers and scientists are wrestling with. While these models are incredible. It's important to remember that we still don't fully understand how consciousness works.
Right.
Even in ourselves.
So we've got a long way to go before we can say for sure whether AI is truly thinking the way we do.
Yes, but these developments are forcing us to face these big questions head on.
Right.
Which I think is a good thing. It makes us rethink our understanding of what it means to be human, to be intelligent,
right,
and to exist in a world where we might not be the only ones capable of complex thought.
It feels like science fiction is becoming reality.
Yeah.
And it's happening right now.
It is.
Which is pretty wild.
It's wild, and it's a reminder that we're living in a truly transformative time.
Yeah.
These advancements in AI are happening at an incredible pace.
Right.
And it's up to us to make sure that that we use this technology responsibly and ethically.
Yeah.
For the good of everyone.
We've covered a lot here. We've talked about the potential impact of these models on research, software development, education,
right,
and even our very understanding of intelligence itself.
Yeah.
What does it all mean? What's the takeaway?
I think it means we're at a crossroads. We have a choice to make.
Yep.
We can approach these advancements with fear and worry.
Yeah.
Or we can embrace them with a sense of wonder and responsibility, seeing the incredible opportunities they offer,
right,
to solve some of the world's biggest problems and to push the limits of human knowledge and understanding.
It's up to us.
It's up to us.
That wraps up part 2 of our deep dive into O3 and O3-mini.
Okay.
We've explored some of the potential implications of these these models,
Right.
from practical applications to those deeper philosophical questions that they raise.
In the final part, we're going to kind of shift gears a bit and leave you with some thought-provoking ideas to ponder, challenging you to think critically about the future of AI and your place in this rapidly changing world.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into the world of O3 and o3-mini.
Yeah.
It's been quite a journey exploring these powerful new AI models.
It really has. We've talked about their amazing capabilities, their potential to, reshape industries, and even how we think about intelligence and, those important questions about safety and ethics that come with such advancements.
Now, we want to leave you with some things to think about, things that weren't explicitly mentioned, in OpenAI's announcement, but are worth considering as we move forward into this new era of AI.
Sure.
Let's step outside the box a bit, explore some of the broader implications of these developments.
Let's start with access. OpenAI is being cautious about releasing these models, starting with a limited public safety testing program.
Right.
But once they're more widely available, who will actually have access to this kind of power? Will it be available to everyone?
That's a critical question.
Yeah.
Will access be democratized, allowing individuals, startups, and researchers, all over the world, to use these capabilities?
Yeah.
Or will it be, concentrated in the hands of just a few powerful entities, potentially, making existing inequalities even worse?
It's like, we're on the edge of this vast new frontier.
Yeah.
But the map is still being drawn. Who gets to explore this, this territory, and who benefits from its riches?
Yeah.
These are questions we need to address as a society.
Right.
And we need to do it. We need to do it now.
And we can't forget about the potential for misuse.
Right.
We've already seen how AI can be used to create misinformation, manipulate public opinion, and even create deepfakes that are nearly impossible to distinguish from reality. As these models become more powerful and more accessible, how do we protect ourselves from malicious actors who might exploit them for harmful purposes?
It's a challenge, for sure.
It is.
It's like giving someone a toolbox filled with incredibly powerful tools, but no instructions on how to use them safely.
Right.
We need to develop strong ethical frameworks and regulations that can keep up with these rapid advancements and make sure that AI is used for good, not for harm.
Thinking about, unintended consequences is important too.
Yeah.
AI systems are often trained on, massive data sets that can reflect existing biases in society.
Yeah.
How do we ensure that those biases aren't, amplified or perpetuated by these new models?
It's like we're holding a mirror up to ourselves.
Yeah.
But the reflection might not be what we expect or want to see.
We need to be very careful about, identifying and mitigating these biases.
Yeah.
To create AI systems that are fair, equitable, and truly beneficial for everyone.
And finally, let's consider the philosophical implications. If AI can now reason, solve problems, and even learn in ways that are comparable to human capabilities, what does that mean for how we see ourselves?
Right.
What does it mean for our place in the universe?
It's a question that's been around for a long time. Right. But now it's becoming a very real and urgent concern.
Yeah.
Are we seeing the emergence of a new form of intelligence?
Right.
One that could eventually, surpass our own?
Yeah.
And if so, what does that mean for the future of humanity?
These are questions that we don't have definitive answers to.
Yeah.
But they're questions that we can't that we can't ignore
Right.
as we continue to develop and use increasingly powerful AI systems.
Right.
We need to have a deep and thoughtful conversation about what these advancements mean for us, for our society, and for the future of our species.
So we've taken a deep dive into the world of O3 and O3-mini.
Right.
We've seen the incredible possibilities, the challenges that lie ahead, and the many questions that we're only beginning to grapple with.
We hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity, got you thinking about the future.
Yeah.
And maybe even left you with a sense of wonder.
Yeah.
Because the future of AI isn't something that's just happening to us.
Right.
It's something that we're all creating every day with every choice we make.
And that's the key takeaway here.
Yeah.
The future of AI isn't set in stone.
Yeah.
It's a blank canvas.
Yeah.
And we as a society hold the brush.
Mm.
It's up to us to paint a future where AI is used to benefit humanity and to create a world that we can all be proud of.
This has been the deep dive